Good morning. I hope you're all right. I hope you've recovered a little bit from, I don't know, man, has this week been crazy, or is it just me? I've been trying to keep track of all the trailers and all the trailer events that have been ongoing this week, starting with PlayStation State of Play, Summer Game Fest. I watched the Cozy Game Showcase yesterday for a while. So much gaming content. Well, mostly marketing and sales, but still. Insane. Absolutely insane. And I feel like I've forgotten everything about it already. I couldn't even tell you what the most memorable thing about Summer Game Fest was, except for, well, yeah. So the most memorable thing about Summer Game Fest was RGG putting Tupac in a video game, right? But that was not in a positive sense, right? So what is the game called? Is it called Stranger Than Paradise? Is that what it's called? I think this is what it's called. I'm so bad with with the RGG games. No, it's not. This is not what it's called. Anyway, Stranger Than Heaven is what it's called, of course. And the fact that somebody decided to bring Tupac back from the dead, and together with Snoop Dogg, who is he's known for not saying no to a deal if it brings him money, right? Starring in an RGG video game. I think that was definitely something that people didn't have on their bingo cards that night. Apart from that, yeah, Final Fantasy VII. Last part. I didn't even play the second part yet. I haven't played it yet. I think I own it. I bought it because at this point, as a grown-up with a steady income, and again, this is something that is not, well, it is what it is, but as a grown-up with a steady income right now, I have more time. I have less time than I have money, right? So I buy video games that I never play. I'll buy video games for my friends sometimes, so don't at me. But yeah, I've bought the second title of Final Fantasy VII, but I haven't played it yet. I think I own it for PC. I played the first part on PS5 when it came out on release. It was all right. And then I never came back for the second part because rain. So yeah, Revelations. I guess. I'm pretty excited about the final that they put in the Final Fantasy X2 outfit system. Apparently, that's something I was always a big fan of. I am generally a big fan of Final Fantasy X2. So, yeah, everything that makes me glamour or lets me glamour my characters is a big plus in my book. There were some interesting things. I think new Resident Evil, Veronica. Yeah, I never even played one single Resident Evil. Never. I just didn't. I'm sorry. I really want to go back to the series and play some of the classics, like the remade Resident Evil 4, or the one with a big step on me, mommy, that came out recently. But I never had the time. I'm so sorry. I'm really hyped for God of War. Love. This is gonna be amazing. My wife's gonna play the shit out of it. I'm gonna watch her playing the shit out of it. And I'm gonna enjoy watching it. I'm never gonna play it myself because I haven't played the last two parts. It's a great game, but honestly, it just does nothing special for me. So at this point, I let my wife and partner play the PlayStation exclusive games that come out, like Horizon, God of War, and all that. And I just watch her sometimes, like, oh, this is nice. Who's this kid? Okay. And I just basically game. That's how I do it when it comes to PlayStation games. Yeah. But there were some interesting things in it. Nothing that really excited me. Honestly, if I have forgotten something, I've put some things on my wish list, of course, but yeah. Maybe it's just me and my general vibe today, but I am not super hyped for all the content coming up. But let's see if that changes, honestly. I've been following, and this is fun, I've been following the current world race for the new Ultimate that was released with the current FF14 patch. And full disclosure, I have no freaking idea what's going on there. I literally have no clue whatsoever. Been following the Twitch streams over at Frosty Mog. There's some ongoing discussion in the guild Discord. Some people have been feeding me memes, right, and explaining things to me, and I honestly just understand 50% of it. But I am so hyped about this. This is so awesome. We're in day 6 now, and I think they finally reached phase 4 yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and the whole thing just seems insane. I have no idea what's going on. I don't understand the mechanics. There's just insanity happening on the screen everywhere, and I freaking love it. It's amazing. I really, 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 really want to. I don't know if I. Do you guys ever? It's a little similar to watching the NBA playoffs right now, right? It's a little similar to watching the NBA playoffs right now, and watching Wemby do whatever Wemby does, right? Or like Steph Curry in the earlier iteration, and you see that and you go like, gee, I would really love doing that. That looks amazing. I should play more basketball. I should have more basketball in my life, knowing full well, right, that I haven't played basketball in the last 35 years, and I will suck at it. I'm almost 50 now, and there's no chance I can even hit the rim or the board or whatever, right? But it looks just doing something, watching people do something on a professional level and excel at it, and also not giving into the option of defeat, of losing, is just so amazing. It makes sports so engaging and interesting, right? And I think the world race is technically the same thing, right? I could probably never do this. Let's be honest. I could probably never do this. There's this teeny tiny speck inside of me that basically every mediocre white man has inside of him, right? If I tried really hard starting from today, I could really pull this off in 4 weeks with a proper training montage, right? And we all know this is not the case. This is never gonna happen. But for some reason, I think a lot of mainstream media and culture have imbued this feeling in us, right? Like, oh, if I try really hard and give it my all, then pull off the proper training montage, and in 4 weeks, I'm gonna be the best there is. I'm gonna be the Karate Kid. I'm gonna be whatever, right? This is honestly not how it works, right? Usually it takes years. But still, I'd like to give in to the notion and then be disappointed really, really badly, and realize that, well, I did not have it in me. I'm not a professional gamer. I cannot run ultimates on a world-class level. This was actually never my destiny, and I suck at doing it, right? But I would really like to try. So yeah, there's that. Let's see if that's something that's going to be happening in our future. But for now, I think what we're gonna do is just play some video games. Last we left off, we met our friend Grenoldt, who has been hiding out in a little cave underwater, trying to get some inspiration in order to build something for the Ondo. And basically what he asked us to do is to get him some inspiration, right? Spin him some inspirational tale that will allow him to complete his task. And this is exactly what we are going to do. In the meantime, while you were gone, I have been completing the role quests for both the Paladin and the healer. Sorry, the tank and the healer. So that we continue right from here. I've let the Ondo down. But more that I've let myself down. Okay, she's... Show Grenoldt the crystal which once belonged to one of our birds. Whoa, what's that you've got there? Such striking beauty. It shines with heartache and laughter and the transience of life, like the turmoil of history made manifest. Yeah, that's what I thought. I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. It never captures such a gleam, not if you labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are me tools, gods damn you? I must set to work before the feeling fades. And off he pops into hyperfocus. Some materia. We are living in a... I'm so sorry. Does that happen to everybody, or is it just me? I can feel it, a vision forming in me mind. Step aside, lad, and let me itching hands get to work. Quest accepted. What do we got here, Grenoldt? And done. I've taken the wonders that crystal showed me and channeled them into a new shape, what befits the Ondo's spiritual character. Not a bad job, if I do say so myself. And to think I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of the mages. I've been across the length and breadth of Norvrend and gobbled up every scrap of crafting wisdom what I could find. Am I doing this accent right? But no matter which technique I tried, the work was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the forges burning, then lost me bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours, or I might have never gotten it. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory it holds just speak directly to your heart. I can still feel him coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me a chance, and I reckon I can weave the Crystal Saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag the lamp over to Troll's Arth, I'll stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. You have now access to Grenoldt's Forge. Equipment rewards will become available for collection based on the role quests you have completed. Master Craftsman. Journeys and tank gear available. Okay. Oh, there's different ones? Oh, this is nice. Oh, this looks gaudy. I don't like this a lot. There's Arbotel mortarboard, which is apparently okay. So there's okay, there's a white mage one apparently, and my character cannot equip this. I'm well aware. Are those identical? Oh, there's one for white mage, and this is the scholar one. So they are still specific, like class specific, right? Oh, okay. Go. Oh no, insufficient. I hate it when that happens. Insufficient chest space. Which is the scourge of my existence. We don't need these anymore. Anything else I can take out of here? This out. What does the rest look like? We have enough space here. Man, my armory chest looks like an absolute mess. Does this look good? I don't think it does. Does this look good? I mean, the book's kind of nice. I like the feather. I like the feather. So the book's kind of nice, but I don't like the overall. Can this be dyed? Question. Anyways, so this is the tank gear. I don't honestly, man, what are you? I am never a big fan of the paladin gear. It looks very, it's always very white and blue, tanky kind of. I don't know, man. So. Unable to apply glamour plates here. Oh no. This is horrible. Am I stuck like this now? Anyway, this is fine. Where are we going? Here we go. This is much better. Much better. So. Got some top-notch equipment now. Oh, I could have... Ah, shit. Do I really need to do the melding? You know what? We're gonna... No, we're not gonna do it. I'm gonna meld these later. I don't think there's a... I don't think we're gonna die for not melding materia into this. The sacred lamp. Then the Finless one has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups. And now you come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once our prayers have been offered. What does that mean? What does this mean?
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
It did, Arbad. I thought you were always watching. Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day.
Some people might enjoy that.
So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal? I was right then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you to the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Are we the sign?
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
The chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downwards. Follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Okay, so this is why Color Tinker told me last time to not go any further unless I wanted to spoil myself. Hello. So this is downstairs. We're all gathered. Yes, then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest, then continue west and west, west, west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. You piece of... You kidding me? How unnecessary. There you go. Are all gathered? Yes, yes, yes. Right, deeper into the depths we go. Why is she standing here? Okay. So this is just my friends guiding me down. I love the flowers, by the way. Those are really nice. Ah, and then there's another. I'd wager these bursts of water could carry you clear to the top again. Which is not what we're gonna do. Our guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. For it seemed these twisting tunnels defy such simple instruction. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who come behind. Yes, for those who came before us. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a problem. I still love that classical guitar piece. I really love that. The rock drops off sharply here, but I should think this coral is thick enough to serve as a bridge. Famous last words. The Caliban Gorge. Ah, interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. By the way, there. Sea anemones. There's a ship here. Oh man, this is kind of gorgeous. Kind of gorgeous. Oh, and you can also... Interesting. I like this. Hey, Alfie. Oh, Daedalus, you have a choice of 2 routes from here. You can either take the long way around to the south along the rocks, or skip along this coral branch as Alizé has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Okay, that's a first. That's a first, Alpha, no? Interesting. Brand slope. Oh, is this the this just backtracks back to the shipwreck here, right? Yep. And there's nothing. No, this is not connected in any way. All right. Ouch! There's my favorite Scion. There you are. Come on. I think I found the tunnel we're looking for. Well, then off we pop. Alizé. What? Oof. Ah. What lies to the south here? Does this just... Oh. I hate people shoving AI into everything. Anyway, that's their problem. Here! This must be the barrier that Diondo spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now, I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. Daedalus, I elect you to do the honors. Okay, is it as easy as that? Can I just raise my hand and... then I make the barrier disappear? Gone, just like that. I suppose we should head in. Like as not, the tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? Okay. Sure thing. What's confusing me a little is there's also an area up here, but I can't reach it yet, right? This does not seem reachable, does it? Oh, it is reachable. Huh. Huh. Uh-oh. All right, let's just move along. Some apparently very aggressive urchin fish. Okay. No way down from here. So we gotta take the upper route. This is kind of beautiful. What is this even? What the hell? Oh shit. Is that bioluminescent bones? Okay. Okay. Okay, I see you. Oh, there's a lot of bones here. Okay. Okay, wow.
By the gods.
Okay.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
I did not think they meant one with skyscrapers. This is fucking New York. This is Chicago. This is
Then we are seeing the same view.
Frankfurt.
The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... Everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Okay. Holy shit. This is also very, very architecturally distinct, right? This is where... Oh man, look at this. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Did you note the style of architecture? It is the same used for the remnants at the cups and the murals painted towers. This is what I just said to Stola. Look closely. Emmett Selch has not simply reclaimed these ruins. He has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of this artifice is staggering. Though it pains me to admit we did not fully understand the feats of which an old-world Asian, so sorry, is capable. Yeah. Piety, tenacity, quick tongue. Alize is steeling herself for the task ahead. It is intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we take a closer look at that tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. You've got to be kidding me. What is going on here? Look at this. This is insane. Are you even for real? Look at this. Sorry, folks. This is insane. Look at it. Oh, there's the ether current on the bottom left. Can you see it? Wow. Holy... I am... Man, I also really, really love that neo-Gothic look with the arches. Do you know that thing where people say the difference between Art Deco and Art Nouveau? One is dwarves and the other one is elves. Have you heard that before? And I think this is very... Man, I have to check it. Sorry, I'm really bad at this. But... Art Nouveau. Yeah, so Art Nouveau is the one that is elves, basically. It has more... let's say, organic lines and a lot of floral stuff and stuff like that. And this is very close to what I feel is Art Deco, right? Which is basically dwarves, with these arches. And I 100% guarantee you go down to the mines of Moria, and this is literally what you're going to see down there in terms of arches, right? And I really love that. This is really giving like early 20th century. This is the kind of sci-fi you would expect in a movie like Metropolis. If that makes any sense to you. And I'm not even sure this is 100% accurate at this point. I'm just going off vibes here, but yeah, it's given really like 1920s Art Deco kind of imposing architecture, but making sci-fi vibes, right? Look at the size of these doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. Daedalus route recognized. Welcome to the city of Amarot. Will you be riding the lift? Or is there anything else to ride, buddy? Mayhap it is not so passing strange. Did Emmett Selk not invite Daedalus to visit his abode? His plane thy coming was expected. I like this. I like this. I like where we're going. And where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of Akora Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Well, there you have it. In the absence of a few hundred yards of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we. I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. I appreciate it. I wish to ride the lift. This is the second lift in this expansion. I mean, I sense a theme here. Next up, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capital. Holy shit. Holy guacamole. You have got to be... Sorry, man. You have got to be kidding me. What is going on? It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amarot? Look, over there. Is that a person? Ah, no, my mistake. That's a giant. It doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much and more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Alpha, no, you can't just... I was not expecting this. Pray excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions? Oh, what adorable costumes. Are you children on an excursion? This district has much to teach you. What the actual freaking what? How odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. That's some Star Trek stuff right there. And which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polylerite district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. Can you tell us where to find Emmett Selk? Can you tell us who rules this city? Who rules? What a curious question. Mayhap you refer to our supervising body, the Convocation of 14. So Emmett Selk isn't the leader here. Or he might... Anyway. Emmett Selk is a member of the Convocation. Were you hoping to witness its deeds firsthand? Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home now, before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? No, thank you. We're fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. What was that all about? My eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett Selk wove them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe. I would honestly, are we still referring to him as a foe at this point? A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiark and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if we were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alpha, no? This ethereal Amarot and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emmett Selk has resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage. Split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this convocation on 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling then. Let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. This is absolutely insane. The Polarité District. Anxious Amorotine. Good gracious, child, where's your family? You should not be alone at this time, at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon has afflicted our star. They are calling it the final days. It is said it starts suddenly, cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living thing within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Okay? You're losing your ability to do magics? Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair. Every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. It's only a matter of time until Amarot, too, resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Okay. End of a world. When you consider the implications of this latest calamity, trust in the scholars, they will find a solution. Somebody in here? Ah, there's an optimistic and a loquacious Amorotine. Oh? would seem the hall is a host to most precocious visitors these days. And what, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? Oh, the convocation and their handling of the coming peril. It is only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. How do you... puissant? Jesus. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elidibus, each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Here we go. So that was the first thought I had, whether every Ascian that we know or have met until this day is part of the convocation or was part of the convocation. And how many of these 14 members still exist to this day, right? Logriff, Mitron, Emmet Selk. So Logriff and Mitron we haven't met yet. We haven't heard of them yet. I think there was... I'm not sure whether we had a scene the other day in the source in Grenoldt. And I think we met another Ascian there, but I'm not 100% sure. And I don't think they mentioned their names. So, Logriff, Mitron, Emmet Selk. Their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and as a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus, it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, it would be an unprecedented development and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I for one am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation. That is some juicy lore drop. That is some juicy lore drop. If ever I heard some. Wow. Okay. Hello there. I thought you were out vacationing somewhere and not stuck in front of a computer getting square eyes. This is insane. I thought I was done with this. I thought I was done with Shadowbringers, and then out of nowhere, they just produced this Art Deco Lost Ascian City. This is... What is going on? An audience with Emmet Selk. I am afraid you have the wrong office, little one. And besides, you will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said that the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce credible proportions, one which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It is a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus, I say to you again, not hold out hope for an audience. Rewriting the laws of existence sounds like a very, very feasible plan, right? What could possibly go wrong? It's insane. Oops. Yeah, that was the wrong button. Man! You have got to be kidding me. I'm still... So in order to save this star, what they did is they invoked some powerful summoning magic to give will and conscience to this star, basically summoning Zodiark as a counterpart to Hydaelyn to basically combat her. I don't know what they meant by rewriting the laws of existence, to be honest. But is this the first occurrence of summoning magic? At least on this star? Is this where all summoning magic stems from, is my question. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Daedalus, if I was not certain before than I am now, the people of this city believe they face the end of the world. Hydaelyn was summoned to combat Zodiark? Yeah, wait, but that was... Hydaelyn was summoned to combat Zodiark, but not by the Ascians, right? Whatever the Ascians are doing here in order to prevent the final days is basically to give will or conscience to their star. And that was Zodiark, no? Am I being confused right now? I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emet-Selch to create this ancient Amarot. And yet I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trip. You would have this story known. Piety, tenacity. Let's take... The ancients who survived the Sundering became the Ascians. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear. So are these ancients not yet referring to themselves as Ascians? Are basically Ascians the remnants of this civilization? It would seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's effort to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Urianger, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancient art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered... What the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. is not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Ascians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the ether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding M itself. Has anyone learned aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. We tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder, Daedalus, could you be eligible for one of those writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the bureaus as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. Sneaky. Sneaky little Thancred. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Daedalus's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Then Y'shtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. But really, now you just bless me with all these optional blue quests. You sneaky person. What are we doing here? Patronizing Amarotine. A lightning cluster. I must say, little one, those garments you're wearing, they are your own original concepts, I take it? Clearly, they must be, given their rather singular flamboyance. I would never dream of stifling a fledgling creator's creativity, but to parade about your cultivated individuality is hardly praiseworthy. An Amarotine of character shares their creations with the community. They do not hoard them for their use alone. The delight in disparity is a mark of the morally deficient. Jeez, okay. Disparity engenders feelings of want and resentment which degrade the bonds of fellowship. Thus do we encourage creators to share and share alike, else we risk kindling the embers of covetousness and violence that ever smolder in the hearts of all. Therefore, I must implore you, little one, to cast aside your original trappings and don the communal ropes that you might acquit yourself as an equal among many. In so doing, you will be afforded greater respect and autonomy. Worry not, for this will be a simple affair. I recall seeing a gentle soul outside the Hall of Rhetoric, carrying robes perfectly suited for one of your diminutive stature. I am sure they will be glad to share their wealth with you. But do hurry, little one. The eyes of the collective are ever watching and weighing your worth. Sheesh, okay. Sure. We wouldn't want to be going about flaunting our individuality. Absolutely not. No. Don't worry. Oh, aren't we looking rather smart this day? What can I do for you, little one? Can I get one of those gray robes to serve in lieu of your ensemble? Ah, how prudent. Alas, I have nothing I can offer you at this present time. The ones your associates saw me carrying earlier were a failed experiment. I never intended to make them so small, so I disposed of them shortly thereafter. A failed experiment? By your bemused expression, I gather you find it odd that your elders can fail in so simple an application of creation magics. Oh, you don't create anything by hand, do you? It is more common than you may realize, little one. In this instance, a gaggle of children was passing by as I held the image of the robes in my mind's eye. Did you use... Were they using AI prompts to build, to create robes and then just mess it up? Is that what happened? Simply by becoming aware of their presence was the form influenced and the final product changed. Oh man, that's such a mess. You just tried using your hands. Measure twice, cut once. Ha! All things considered, it could have been worse. Just the other day I was attempting to conceive a white-haired lion when all of a sudden this exquisite eagle alighted on the nearby railing, giving me quite the shock and dramatically altering my initial concept. Did you create a griffin? Is that what you're telling me? Yes, indeed. It was a most unexpected development, but not an altogether unwelcome one. Great strides are often born from unexpected impetuses. But even inspiration has its limits. All the wonders we have wrought, I do wonder if there will come a time when we have fully explored potential of our powers, when there's truly nothing left unmade, and only iteration, imitation, and stagnation remain. This is pretty close to 2026. Maybe you should build bigger data centers. I'm sorry, I'm just cynical today. But such esoteric matters need not concern your little one. For now, I would encourage you to embrace your creativity and work your magics without fear of failure. Nevertheless, it would still be in your best interest to don the appropriate robes to avoid excess scrutiny. Why don't you go to the Bureau of the Architect and request the appropriate concept so you can fashion one yourself? This is very interesting. This is also very weird. What does this one want from me? Greetings, little one. Come to debate? And it's so young an age. How wonderful. Shall we retire to the benches and settle on a topic? Oh God. Oh, my apologies for jumping to conclusions. My friends are not quite as fond of the Hall of Rhetoric as I am, so I have a habit of chatting up any potential conversation partners. So if you are not here to debate, I presume you are here to learn about the mysterious and esoteric goings-on here. It would be my pleasure to act as your tutor in these matters, if you would indulge me. The Hall of Rhetoric, as its name indicates, a place where citizens may freely gather to discuss and debate all manners of topic. This central forum is ideal for open discourse. Smaller rooms are available for those desiring more intimate conversation. Oh, and there is a wealth of reading material concerning rhetorical techniques and history penned by the greatest minds on offer as well. Should you wish to refine your techniques through self-study? To my mind, however, rhetoric is a living, breathing thing that is best experienced in the moment of conception and execution. Perhaps a demonstration would best serve to further it. I saw a contemporary of mine engaged in a lively debate earlier, just outside the hall. Go and see if they're still there and issue to them my personal invitation to a friendly battle of wits. Sure. A Maritime firebrand. That is precisely my point. That their obsession with this so-called mandate to approve only the most beneficial concept for wider distribution, never mind the ridiculous subjectivity of their criteria, has led the Bureau of the Architect astray from its original purpose. Oh, have you business with me, child? Regardless, I am in the middle of a heated discussion with my partner. Come back later. No. My position has nothing to do with the intrinsic value of unique identity and whether or not it is retained. Rather, I posit that the reproductions of a given concept are inherently imperfect, and thus they are themselves unique, albeit in minor but significant degrees. And, most importantly, this variance is not to be condemned, but celebrated. Better that than to strive in vain for an impossible standard that, even if met, would leave us lesser for lack of diversity. The Amaritines appear to be engrossed in their debate, utterly deaf to you and your pleas for attention. Why, aren't you a stubborn little bugger? It's strangely endearing, I must admit. But we have all the time in the world. Why are you so insistent that I speak with you this very instant? Oh, you are acquainted with the chatterbox. I suppose I do owe them a debate or two. And now is as good an occasion as any, so be it. Right, show me what you got. I see you found my friend. Thank you, little one. Then, without further ado, let us commence the promised debate. As to the matter of what subject we shall debate today, I propose the recent calamity which has befallen our friends across the pond. What say you? Our friends across the pond. Singular point of contention is, of course, whether or not Amarot should intervene on their behalf. I believe we should. The scale of the disaster which threatens that distant metropolis is of a scale heretofore unseen, and so equally considerable resources must be committed to counteracting its effects. I disagree. The scale concerns me less than the nature of the proposition itself. Who are we to unilaterally intervene in the affairs of those half a world away? Are we to be the savior of one and all? Such arrogance may well lead to our own downfall. Oh boy. While I understand your concerns from a philosophical standpoint, I fear you are too quick to dismiss practical considerations out of a desire to maintain an unassailable moral authority. But let us, you and I, hold here for the present and offer the floor to our young student. You have heard our opening salvos in this debate concerning the fate of our neighbors across the sea. What is your opinion on the matter? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it's indolence. There we go. Indeed, indeed. The same can be said regardless of one's opinion on the morality of intervention. There is a clear and undeniable benefit to Amarot in using this situation as a testbed for our newest creations, that we might develop and refine our defenses against a potential threat to our own fair city. How readily you cede the moral high ground. Was not our young friend's point that we have an ethical obligation to aid those in need? Yet, not only do you instead elect to focus on the benefit to Amarot alone, but you also deprive our distant neighbors of the agency to determine their own fate. You misunderstand me. What benefits Amarot benefits all creation, I firmly believe, for the knowledge and wisdom we stand to gain from intervention can then be shared with others, empowering everyone to more effectively surmount similar trials in the future. This is, I did not expect to witness a debate on interventionist politics during this stream. That was definitely an interesting one. I must say it has been far too long since I engaged in such a refreshing exchange of ideas. My colleague was equally delighted by the opportunity you may have assured. Some decry it as little more than academic exercise. After all, we failed to reach a meaningful consensus, but I dare say they missed the forest for the trees. Are we not more enlightened by the experience? Have we not been exposed to a greater variety of viewpoints? Is there not value in this alone? I truly believe we are blessed to be part of a society that exalts the free exchange of ideas and that encourages active participation in the public discourse. This may have been no more than your first foray into the exciting world of rhetoric, but I sense you have the soul of a debater in you. You may well have the potential to change Amarot in ways no one ever thought possible. I shall be watching your trajectory with great interest, my young friend. Oh boys. Oh boys, oh boys, oh boys. Oh boys. Always fun to debate with the remnants, the shades of a long-lost civilization. Especially when it comes to interventionist politics that feel very, very close to, I don't know. I'm sure you can find some real-world examples for this. Fun fact, I think D-Day was just yesterday. Just saying. So, what do you mean too far away? Where am I supposed to stand? Welcome to the Bureau of the Architect. Are you here to request a concept for personal use? If so, what sort of concept did you have in mind? Are they basically handing out blueprints for creation, like magical blueprints? Ah, communal rooms. That will take but a moment to prepare, but before I fill your request, I should caution you. Pardon me for asking, but your creative potential is, relatively low, is it not? We are trained to assess these things, and I fear that you do not possess the ability to express this concept in physical form. It's almost as though you completely lack it, though, and possibly be. But regardless of the reason, you needn't worry. We have special tools that may be used to address this very eventuality. I will furnish you with an etheric rope you can use to restrain one of the misbegotten cubuses that congregate in the plaza north of the Academia Nider. You will need to weaken your quarry before you can reliably bind them, but once you have, you can repurpose their energies to create your own ropes. That sounds awfully complicated. But sure. Greetings and welcome to the Bureau of the Architect. Are you in need of assistance? It will be my pleasure to answer any questions you might have. To your left is the counter where you may submit registrations for new creations. To your right, you will find the counter where you may requisition concepts on file. Am I correct in assuming you are not familiar with the services we provide? I see. A more detailed explanation is in order then. You understand that by harnessing the powers of creation, we can give physical form to all manner of concepts, yes? Picture a bouquet of fresh, fragrant flowers, all the colors of a rainbow. Now picture those self-same flowers formed of delicate crystal, impossibly fragile and radiating hues beyond the visual spectrum. Every day our people push the boundaries of imagination to conceive new and striking designs like these. But there are limits to what a single individual can shape with their abilities alone. Those who harbor greater ambitions may offer their concepts to others here, that they might, with the strength of many, accomplish what one cannot. Not all concepts are approved for wider distribution, of course. Dangerous, subversive creations pose a risk to everyone, and so it is only after a comprehensive evaluation, after a concept is judged to further the greater good, that we permit it to be shared with the community. So you're not allowed to 3D print whatever it is that comes to your mind, right? You do understand, little one. Since you are here, I think you might benefit from conversing with some of the others currently availing themselves of the services. Why don't you go and speak with some of the citizens waiting for their registrations to be processed? Much as I would like to believe my explanation was more than sufficient, I expect that you may gain greater insight in this way. Jeez. Talk to all the specters. Let's go. Hello, hello, little one. So rare it is to see one of your size roaming about here. Come to learn about the Bureau, are we? I'm here today to register a new creature. Boneless and with semi-translucent skin, it drifts through the air like a dancer on a summer breeze, its tentacles trailing behind. It utilizes gas bladders to propel itself from place to place, you see? I'll admit it's not the most elegant of designs. I'd not shed a tear if it were rejected, quite frankly, but can I say I take pleasure in conceiving unorthodox designs. A beginner like you shouldn't take after me, though. If you're looking to pick up a few tips, you should probably ask someone else. Is that my number they just called? If you'll excuse me. Responsible creation. Okay. Sheesh. Are you the child I saw speaking with the attendant earlier? I thought so. So young and already so eager to learn about concepts and creations. That curiosity will serve you well, little one. I've been credited with a few popular concepts, I'm proud to say. I'm hoping that my latest will be equally well received. Autonomous figures. I say my latest, but really it's the product of many others' efforts and individual insights. Such is the case of every masterwork, I reckon. Autonomy notwithstanding, these creations know no fear. They are wholly devoid of emotion and will without hesitation or resistance engage in any dangerous activity, even if death is assured. There's a beauty in that, I think, and I hope the officials do so as well. I tell you, there's nothing more nerve-wracking and thrilling than the waiting period before you receive the result. I love it and hate it in equal measure. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about it. I think if you're still keen to learn more, why not pester that warrior ward over yonder? Come to think of it, I think that particular creation was designed to appeal to children. You there, an aspiring creator come to learn about the Bureau and its inner workings, I trust? That's all well and good, but since you're here, perhaps you can help me with a little something. I've been refining a concept of mine for some time now. Adorable little creatures designed to be perfect for any young citizen, but I'm still terribly unsure if it's ready to be submitted for approval. Which is why I was hoping you might first put it through its paces and tell me what you think. Your honest opinion. I'll have no flattery from you, young. This matrix will allow you to summon my creations, but don't use it in here. Take it outside first. And don't be afraid to play rough. It's all part of the fun. I'm gonna get attacked, right? They're just gonna attack me. Right? This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get whooped. Or they're gonna be super cute and I can pet them. I mean, honestly, the fact that this quest doesn't give you a companion or like a minion is a bit disappointing. Seriously? Shit, I haven't got my fairy out. Come on. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure whether it's well suited for children. That really depends on the kind of children you have here. But yeah, I don't know. If you've got high-level children, then I guess it's okay. Come on, buddies. How did you find my lovelies? Were they as delightful and engaging as I hoped? Tell me everything. Spare no details. Oh, I kinda had to put them down. I say, they spouted nonsensical phrases and attacked you like mad beasts. How distressing, and not at all what I intended. My sincerest apology to you, little one, for the unpleasant experience. Still, these experiences do... From these experiences do we grow stronger and wiser. I look forward to the day when you will try your hand at creation too. It doesn't feel very safe, man. It does not feel very safe. So, we gotta go get ourselves a robe and then... Oh, buddy. Oh, so slow. Oh, see, there's little monsters down there. Here. This is the Cubus. Hello, Cubus. Use the etheric rope on a weakened Cubus. Okay. Do I have it? I do have it. Yes. Come on. Give me those robes. I am still... Man, this looks so good. I am still baffled that they completely hid this city and this location at the end of the expansion. I did not expect this to happen here. Did you succeed in binding a Cubus? I did, in fact, capture the Cubus. Can you now give me those robes, please? You have done well, little one. Allow me to siphon its energies and prepare the matrix for you. It should only take a moment. Here you are, a creation matrix that you may use to generate your own robes. The concept is inscribed upon the crystal which has been infused with the ether of the beast you brought me. What? Why are you looking at me as though you do not know how to channel the powers of creation? It is as natural as breathing. Even a newborn babe has the instinct. Even your potential is lacking as one of our people, you must surely know what to do. Attuning with the ether current allows you to better... Yeah, okay. I know that one. So we're... I think that was the last one, right? Like, quest-wise... Check. Yeah, there's only one left, and this is part of the story quest. Man! I really, really, really need some more Lord Rock here. I really need some more exposition. What is even... How... Let's attune to the aetherite real quick. There you go. And now let's find Emmet. A visitor's writ? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Daedalus Root. Please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Daedalus Root. Your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emmett Selk himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau of the Secretariat, and the clerk will issue you with a visitor's writ for the capital. Cool. But what does it all mean? The Macarenzi's angle. The way I find it a little confusing to call these folks cubus and then they're not square. That is really confusing. But yeah. Where are we going? Are we going up there? No, I think we're going down. Straight ahead. Okay. Huh. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's insane. I am completely flabbergasted. The designs are amazing. Everything here looks... I think I said this earlier. Everything looks very much like a 1920s Art Deco neo-goth skyscraper, I guess, right? And I assume that this is what they were aiming for, but I really did not expect to find this down here at the bottom of the ocean. That is absolutely insane. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. I have to wait again? This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, buddy. I am not sure. You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emmett Selk? Nay, there is no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade. Here and not here. How... Ithlodeus. And that this city is a recreation, a phantom plucked from the well of history. Okay, man, that must having the awareness must really suck, to be honest. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emetzel's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstitution. A stray thought would have been enough. Hitlerdeas will realize the truth, for example. We were close friends once. Yet, in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest. A bit part meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. As I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we wait. Wow. If you've come this far, then you know of the catastrophe with which awaits upon us, which awaits us on our morrow. Eesh. The final days, what began as isolated incidents, soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. The Convocation of 14, or there was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order. But creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. Of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. Okay. And from their sacrifice, Zodiark was born. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet, oh how the star had suffered. Once more did our people give of themselves to Zodiark. Another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that trees, Jesus, don't go so quick. Give me a second here. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The Convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time was right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiark. In return, he would restore to us those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiark, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. The dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Hydaelyn. Here we go. Now it makes sense. Now we're starting to make sense. These dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Hydaelyn, an incarnation of their opposing belief. And for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you then how this conflict ended? So this is what I said earlier when I said they first created, so there was an impending calamity, right? We had an impending calamity the last days. And the solution was to give will to the star and thus create Zodiark, which was apparently their decision. And then at a tipping point for their society, basically a branching point, some dissidents who decided to no longer feed life energy into Zodiark decided to create Hydaelyn in order to battle and combat Zodiark. Yes, I know how this conflict ended. I thought you might. Holy shit. This is so gorgeous. Emmett Silk has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiark. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will have not abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, Emmett Silk is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. It is truly a terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Is bonkers. Oh, that's my name. I gotta go, buddy. Thank you so much for that beautiful story. You walk with another at your side, yes? Oh. Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tell the tale. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. Ah, this is just the kind of fate I might expect for one such as he. Surely Emmett Silk has recognized the hint of him in you. Just the kind of fate I might expect for one such as he. Who is he? Who is he? Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what you seek. Oh, you sneaky bastards. Who is he? Who are we a mirror to, a fragment of? Is there someone in the convocation who split from the Zodiark followers? Your visitor's writ, as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. Sheesh, we're just going back, right? Let's just bamf. Let's just bamf. And I think we have to call it a day sooner or later, but I really want to at least wrap this up at a point where we can then just do the final quests afterwards next time, right? I think we're almost there. Finally, you were gone so long. I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in your bureaucratic ventures? Got them papers, man? Ah, I see. My instincts were correct. And a good thing too. Urianger and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. It would seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive, with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of 1 ill. Maybe it was simply the case that Emmett Selk's recreation did not intend for their usual function? We did try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Reen and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is, these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarods today. They will happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Daedalus? What aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a writ? A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all the Asians' scheming has been leading to this. What I'm saying, man? All this time. But if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Now we gotta break some eggs. Get this beautiful rejoining omelet. I thought we knew their intentions in full, restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiark to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yet that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Asians mean to draw on the lives of the source to make their sacrifice to Zodiark. So that doesn't sound like an option to us. That does seem like the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Asians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not. And that's to say naught of what Emmett Selk's planned for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Daedalus. And when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before and those who came after. By everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. See, this is why I like Alizé. Is fighting Emmett Selk the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, even if we can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. Piety, tenacity, spell speed. Bong. Shadowbringers. There it is. Alize appears to have made her decision. Yeah, folks. We're going to stop right here. Stop right here. And this is where we're going to continue next time. I think these are the final steps in the regular Shadowbringers MSQ. And we're going to do that next time. That was very, very dialogue heavy. There was a lot of exposition and lore drop that we had to squeeze through. So not the most exciting of content to watch, honestly, but I am kind of, man, that was kind of dope. That was kind of cool. I really want to understand what I really want to understand, and I think this is what I'm itching to kind of grasp better. We have the convocation of 13 or 14. 13 at the moment, 14 later. What happened there? Who's the 14th person? And we already know that some of these are people we know, Asians that we have already met, Lahabrea, Elidibus, right? There are some other names that we haven't heard, that we heard yet, that we haven't met. And that weird shade that we just met, right? He was referring to a person that he kind of deemed similar than me. Like I was, like the Warrior of Light had maybe a fragment of their soul or something like that. In the same way that the Warrior of Darkness, Ardbird, and the Warrior of Light, me, kind of seemed to be of the same soul, right? So I assume there's somebody in this whole Asian constellation that is similar to the Warrior of Light, I think. I don't know, man. So cool. I guess the whole rejoining thing will not be an option if it requires human sacrifice, because I'm not a big fan of that. So I think we're striking that from the list and investigating other options. One would be to beat Emmett Selk's ass, honestly. It's always an option for me. Try to save the Exarch. I was just going to say Grahatia, but yeah. Try to save the Exarch and wrap this up. Small announcement. I might not be able to stream next Sunday because I have some private obligations. And if I can't move those around, I'm not sure I will be available to stream at 11 a.m. I'm still looking at alternatives to that. I might just reschedule, just cancel for Sunday, and then do it in 2 weeks' time, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So I guess I'll let you know. I'll find a way. In any case, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for keeping me company. Have a beautiful Sunday. Stay safe. Take care. Enjoy the summertime. And I'll see you all around. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.